It's finally, working in my favor. But yeah, unbiased review, to each his or her own. Me personally, I got Nas. I feel like he's the GOAT. And compared to J. Cole, I do hear similarities. I just feel that, yeah, wordplay wise, I feel like it's a tie. Because Cole could definitely tell a story. Is and his word, he could correlate that with wordplay, which takes a skill. And I definitely feel like he checks the box off on that. Now, as far as storytelling, I feel like Nas just covers more. Nas is giving you a movie. You know what I'm saying? In all three verses. You're gonna get her life, you're gonna get her background, you're gonna get the build up, you're gonna get the conclusion. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he can also concoct that into 16 bars. You know what I mean? Compared to J. Cole, um, he's gonna drag it out. He's going to drag it throughout the entire song. And I feel that's what bores people. Because I hear that when I read reviews on J. Cole, like he's boring. Wouldn't necessarily call him boring, but I know what they mean. You know, this is all ear test, so I'm not going to allow anybody to deceive what I think as far as the comparison between these two, because I definitely hear it. But I just feel like, and this is not to bash someone to bring someone up. You feel me? This is not that. This is all truth. I just feel like Nas is more layered, substance wise. You feel me? You're gonna get world perspectives. You're gonna get um, current events. You're gonna get uh, politics. You're gonna get what's going on in the world that we don't even know because the news doesn't broadcast it. You know what I'm saying? Nas is like a life coach. He's an historian. He does his homework. He does his research. You feel me? And you hear it. And he's very passionate about what he talks about. You know, he also does the sad songs like J. Cole. You feel me? I just feel like J. Cole, he stays in that bubble. You know what I'm saying? That sucking place, the darkness, sadness. I feel like he relates to that audience. And that's cool. Everybody comes from broken homes. His mom went through a domestic relationship. His dad wasn't in his life. You know, he had a gun charge, pretty much an adolescent. You feel me? But also had morals from his mom. That's what I'm getting. That's what he raps about a lot of the times. Politics, he gets into that as well, as far as current events, as far as, worldwide issues. He touches on that, but one fit in, one fit out. And what I mean by that, like on KOD, for instance, he touches on that, but then goes right back to the drugs and all that and what these new rappers are doing, what these new rappers are doing. But you're making songs with them. You're making songs with them. You feel me? So it's like, pick your poison, Cole. Also, Poison, a song that Nas wrote that's heavily inspired by Cole. Because pretty much it feels like Cole listened to Black Girl Lost, Poison, and pretty much made his own variation out of that into half of his music. You following me? It's like going to Taco Bell, ordering something. It's the same thing, but with different variations. You feel me? That's what I feel like with Cole. He also recycles, and what I mean by that is he might take some lines from a Nas, from a J, from anyone, and just reword it. You feel me? He does that a lot as well. He makes a lot of dog references in his metaphors. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it could be redundant. I don't feel like Nas is redundant. I feel like Nas has more range. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like when I listen to Nas, I leave with something that I didn't know, and I leave with something that I learned. I feel like I learned something when I listen to Nas as far as information that's embedded. I feel like I literally was in class listening to a professor. You know what I mean? And this is an unbiased. This is just, I'm calling it as I hear it. And this is what I've been hearing. Cole, no doubt, is a great rapper. Great wordplay, great content. I just feel like the knock against him when it just compared to Nas, only compared to Nas. When people say I got Cole over Nas, but they can never really tell you why. But I could tell you why. They probably would because he comes from a broken home. And I feel like a lot of people that have or came from a relationship, I'm gonna add that. Broken home, relationships with insecure women that were probably beaten, and it's probably resembled, it's like a reflection that he sees that he saw from his household. You know what I'm saying? He talks to that audience where I feel like Nas does, but also uplifts. So he can do Black Girl Lost, but he can also give you I Can. You know what I'm saying? He can. It's more uplifting with Nas. It's more of a way out with Nas. It's a way out of this darkness. And it's also truth behind. You feel me? So I feel like on a more intellectual standpoint, on a more intricate standpoint, on a more storytelling, worldwide perspective, wordplay, I say that would probably be a tie. Everything else, Nas just checks those boxes for me more than Cole does. And that's no knock against Cole because he's a talented artist and I'm a fan of JCole. But compared to Nas, I got Nas. And those are my reasons. You feel me? Um, I got some favorites by Cole. Can't Knock the Hustle remix, Sacrifices, Off D's, Voluminati off Born Center. My favorite album by Cole is probably, oh man, if you would have had a little bit more songs on For Your Eyes Only, it would be that. But it's out of that, KOD and Born Center. Would I say any one of those are classics? No. Great albums, classics? No. Why? Because, like I said, Cole is one dimensional when it comes to substance. It's always going to be from a broken standpoint. And I feel like if he would just wither out of that and, see the light at the end of the tunnel on more of his songs, a little bit more on the incline as far as people's lives. It's always an incline. You know what I'm saying? We don't always have to come from a cold-hearted standpoint, a beaten battered, but I'm here, Captain Super, every single song. Let's save the day from the broken and the battered. I get it, but it also puts people back in that place, which I feel like Nas, he's the polar opposite. He's gonna make a woman feel good. He's gonna get you information on divorces. What that's like. You know what I'm saying? How they got married, the buildup, how nervous he was, kids tickling his feet to wake him up. You know what I mean? Nas is giving us that. A life story, a biopic. A biopic, excuse me. So that's what I get from Nas compared to Cole. Leave your comment.